Hello everyone, War Angel here and welcome back to the Eastern Roman Empire campaign for Total War Attila. So for today's episode I'm going to be focusing on the conquest of Britannia as well as dealing with the instability issues down in Ethiopia, but I will be taking the time to go through my provinces and start upgrading them, as they've been put on the back burner, many of them, for quite a while I've been focusing on my core regions. But as we're getting closer and closer to peace, I can imagine my emperor being the sort of guy that would want to show off the splendor of his people and his empire, so making sure everything is done much higher, to a much higher standard, and so upgrading as we go along. So without further ado, let's get... oh no, actually, before I get started, something I want to ask you, my viewers watching this, for your opinion. I'm looking for a mod that will allow me to confederate, hopefully, with other Roman factions. So if you've got any suggestions, feel free to share them in the video description, in the comments, not the video description, because I do that. Because I really appreciate it, because to be honest I don't really want to go to war against these small little Roman factions like Britain here, and we've got Gaul down here, Italia right next to Rome on Florentia, and I'd rather have the option, if I can, to sort of bring them into the empire, which I think would make a lot more sense rather than having to have them either sitting there or possibly having to go to war with them just to try and take one region and run the risk as a result of one of my larger puppet states, like for example Africa or something like that, changing their mind and declaring independence just because they don't like the fact of going up against another Roman cultured faction, you know? So yeah, if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. But without further ado, let's get into the game. So first of all, like I said, we're going to be focusing on conquering Britain. Now, Eboracum is our next target. We've got two legions right here at, where are we? Linden. So let's have a quick look at this and see. So Eboracum is part of this province, and so is Sagotium over here in Wales. Right, okay. And it looks like we can attack either Eboracum or Sagotium. Okay. Now I have no idea what's over Sagotium right now. It's a minor settlement, so I'd rather go for Eboracum. So what we're going to do, I think, I'm going to attack it, but we're going to do it like this. We're going to send this legion over here to attack. We're going to do the classic thing. We're going to lay siege to Eboracum in order to prevent the garrison from coming out. We could actually just do this, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, let's do this. We're going to do a night battle so we can actually avoid the army that's right here, and instead just focus on the garrison. I think that's a brilliant plan. So we're going to go balanced. We'll just go through. We'll stab him through the neck, chop his head off, as you do. And we've taken the province. Easy. Well, the region, I should say. We're going to go ahead and occupy.
Ready for battle.
That's driven them off. Now, what hopefully we can do now, we can actually... because with this army, I might be able to... ooh, actually. Why can I upgrade all these all of a sudden? Let's have a look. Upgrade. Bonus to armor smithing 1. Oh, was there something about Eboracum? Let's have a look. Okay, we've managed to take the steel forge, which means we can actually get +5 armor and melee damage to all our units here. Interesting. But I also got a bunch of things I need to do here, so I'll tell you what. Let's get this going. We're going to first of all start dismantling the religious building and repair this one so we can convert it over. We're going to... I got plenty of cash, so I'm going to just repair these and convert them straight over rather than knock them down a tier and doing it that way. What have we got here? A tavern. We can convert that over to a food trader or something like that, I think. Let's see. Slave market. Yes, we can up here. Food market. So, yeah, we'll do that. So we're just going to we'll repair this one. We'll dismantle the meeting hall here because I don't think I can trade it over to anything of use. A scriptorium or a tabernae. No, I'd rather get a government building if possible. We will dismantle the steel forge because what can I convert it? I can't upgrade it, so it's not an iron one like it is in London. Instead we can get skirmishing barracks, which just gives me infantry. I mean, it could be an idea to have at least something like, I think infantry could be an idea for now. So we'll see about doing that. We'll dismantle this one. And I will start dismantling the fields, just because I need to be able to upgrade them myself, and I can't do that right now. Let's upgrade all my men. There we go. And is there anyone else we can hire as mercenaries just for now? Just so we can have a 20 stack ready to go. Let's see. I think, let's get a unit of these Nordic Axe Warband. They're pretty decent. We'll hire them. And let's march my army over towards Sagotium in order to see what's going on over here. Do I want to march all the way, or do I want to just take advantage and... Well, I'll tell you what, let's move him here first of all. We can spy over the border and see. Right, what we got? The Claws of the Bear is a general, so it's a, and you can tell from the little symbol there, it's a transport fleet, but it's docked, so if I attack Sagotium, I can't do a night battle in order to get past it. I'm going to have to fight it. I'd rather, if I can, actually take out, maybe try and take him on with both of my, with both armies rather than just the one. So I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll ask these guys to come back up here, and we'll try and take out the Scorched Men if at all possible. Hopefully we'll drive them off, so yeah, we're doing this. Okay. You guys should still be able to reach him pretty straightforward, because we can march straight through Aboricum. We've got a huge army attacking them, so we're just going to go protective. We'll kill them off. And what I'll do next turn then is focus on Sagotium with both my armies, so hopefully we'll be able to kill them off. Take on the warriors. I always found it a funny mechanic, really, the idea of taking on the warriors, because when you think about it, like, I'm playing as the Eastern Romans, and a lot of my troops should be fairly trained. So the fact that we've fought the battle, we've taken these prisoners, and we'll be telling them, right, if you want, you can join us, we'll pay you, and we'll give you the training and that, so you can actually come into the army and fight for us, the very people you're fighting against. And I think, yeah, that's fine. It's just something I always found amusing. But there again, it has happened before in real life, so I shouldn't be that surprised. Right, let's upgrade these. Right, so next turn, going after Sagotium. It doesn't look like there's any armies up here for me to worry about, so those should be fairly easy targets for us. In fact, it might be an idea just to continue marching up north and taking the rest of their regions until we've just got this last one here. So we do need to take them out without leaving any armies around, because otherwise I'm going to have to chase them down as yet another horde, which is always a frustrating thing to do. Alright, let's march down here. I do want to get access to the ironworks, so let's dismantle there. We'll dismantle there. We'll convert this over... No, we've got Corinium belongs to Britain, so we can't do anything about them. So, and we've got all the building sites required, so extra growth isn't needed. We'll go for a reservoir for the public order burners instead. We'll increase that. A trade depot, we get plus 40 food, 625 from commerce, plus 5% from all buildings, and we can get spies. In fact, can we... Oh no, we can't recruit any spies. But to be honest, that... wrong one. This actually sounds better than any of the ones we can get. Like, let's have a look. Theatre, no, food market, 250, 70. Wine market, 12,000. But we need the food right now, and we need to have dismantled. And meager. Okay, let's convert this over to a farming town. It is minus 11 right now, so I'm going to have to be a little bit careful in case we have to deal with a rebellion. But hopefully we can get things under control. We'll give it a go and see. We've got a couple more turns anyway. Okay, but that's that. And we need to get a religious building here so we can start converting the population. Right, next stop. Not quite Sahara, I was actually hoping for Ethiopia, but we'll head over here regardless. Right, so what's this? Okay, we've got a rebellion taking place already. Where is it? It's not down here. Okay, it's just a small one. I'll let it go for another turn, and I have to remember next turn to basically deal with it, because I don't want it getting too big. But the main issue right now is... Where is it? Minus 25 religious difference, yet nearly a quarter of the population are Greek Christian. Huh. let me just double check something. Let's head back up to Britain, to Britannia Inferior. So this is our newly conquered territory. Obviously, Greek Christianity has not had a chance yet to set up shop. Yeah, in fact, here it is. We've got 1.7% of the population as Greek Christian. Now, religious differences though is only -7. So why is it -25 down here when my religious spread is actually higher than it is here, where we've got all these different religions, none of which actually belong to my faction, and yet it's only -7. That's weird. Alright. Okay, while I remember, let's do this research. Now, I've got a theory about that, actually, with a religion. Now we get to that, we'll get back to it in the end turn phase. But for now, let's have a look. I don't really need to do any more military buildings yet. I might do it after I finish these ones, because we need to get access to this one so we can get the Imperial Palace. Everything else can come along near the end. So what we'll do, I'll click here and just ask it to do it. So, let's see, this one needs to be done. This upgrades the natural resources like the olive oil, the furs that we get from hunting and so on. We've already done this one for the Greek Patriarchy Seed. This upgrades our treasury and governor's palace. This does the other resources. Oh, hang on, we've done this one. Oh, we can actually upgrade the thing now to the wine emporium. Because isn't it that I need, let me just double check. Don't I need the wine emporium as part of the divine victory? Yes, I do. We also need a Greek Patriarchy Sea, which is what we're doing now, a trade port, a treasury, and an imperial palace. Okay, let's pop back over now to Constantinopolis. Alright, and let me see what we can do about doing this. So we've got the governor's estate, that's eventually been upgraded. This can now be upgraded to a wine emporium. Trade wharf, we need to upgrade this to a trade port. I also need a treasury somewhere. So, Imperial Palace. Okay, we will do it here. Let me see, Simeon. Scriptorum, Governor's Estate. I'll tell you what, what's this? No, I should have somewhere already. Let's see, let's upgrade this. Okay, we'll do that. We don't have any. No, we don't have any. We don't have any sanitation buildings right now. We do have this little skirmishing range. We'll dismantle that. And let's upgrade that. Do I not have anything that might be a treasury already? Because I know I've got governor's houses in quite a few regions, but do I not have anything that might be... Let's upgrade you. A treasurer. Capital. Governor's house. Cabinet. Let's see, Salona, to be honest, let me just check public order. You're +8. We're only getting +3 from this, so I'll tell you what. Let's dismantle this one. And we'll build a treasury there in case we haven't got it anywhere else. And let me see, let's build a skirmishing range for there. And upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. Trade jetties, let's get that going. This going, and that. There we go. In fact, let's convert this over now to a normal colonia, I think. Now that the Huns have been dealt with, I don't need to have these fortified areas around. Let's upgrade here. Alright, we've got the religious ones, we've got a governor's house and a library. Let's go for sanitation then, I think. There we go. We almost got the Greek Patriarchy Sea as well. Okay, I think that's everything we needed to do this. Oh, hang on. What are you guys? You guys just standing around taking attrition and doing nothing. Typical. Right. Okay, let's get you out of there. Can we march you towards Rome? Let's take you towards both of here. Yeah, let's march you towards Roma. You'll get them in 2 turns. And then at least we got you out of attrition. We'll take force march you, and we'll get you guys to come down here as well. We'll put you right outside, in fact, I think. And you can go inside the city. There we go. I just noticed that I had 2 armies standing there and they're taking attrition for no reason. Okay. Oh yeah, well, why are you taking attrition? Oh yeah, that's right. We had the Saxons, wasn't it, was somewhere around there. Oh, hang on a second. Let me check a couple of things here. So the Saxons, they're still in Lugdunensis. The capital, I think, is about there, isn't it? Because I can't... Yeah. Because you can see here, like, there's one settlement, there's another settlement. I can't see it anywhere else, so they must be right outside that one. Okay, good to know. Langobards I can get trade with. The Geats I might be able to get trade with. Frankish separatists are really good terms, but they're a horde right now. And Britain really like me.
Be most welcome. Your words will find an attentive
I wonder.
audience.
Can I get a puppet stay with you? No, I can't. Okay, let's get trade. You really want trade, I see. Can I? Let's have a look. Come on. Yes, I can make him into a puppet state. Cool. Okay. And we can make him pay me for the money. Okay, let me see. Can we do, I don't know, 3,000? Okay, that was low. What about dropping it down there? That's high. You know what? I'm pretty happy with that. Let's do that.
I will recommend your worthy proposal.
Okay, so now we've got a new puppet state and a little bit more extra income. Now, who else was there? The Geats... To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what to think. They are at war with the Western Romans, so I'd rather try and keep the Western Romans more on my side. You guys, you happen to really... Like, you don't like the Abdanians, you're at war with the Franks like I am. So you guys might actually be worthwhile trying to get something going on between us, I think.
You honor us. There's food enough for
Yeah,
2
let's try
armies
it.
awaiting us when we have talked.
We can't do non-aggression, it seems, but we can get a trade agreement. You really want to trade. And you're willing to get a military alliance to help me do this as well. Do you have any good wives? We can offer Pontia, who's 16 and intelligent. And we can get a 49-year-old Gundrada, which is uncanny. For my 18-year-old, probably he's a statesman. I don't think he's any member of the fam... Yeah. We'll just take that, I think. I'll tell you what, they can pay me a little bit of money as well. Think of it as a sign of their happiness about entering into an alliance with yours truly. You know what? I think that would do quite nicely. There we go, so we've now got a piece of them. Is there anyone else? As looking across here, basically I'm at war with everyone. I mean, they don't like me, so I might have to be prepared for the Alamans trying to do something against me in the future. The Franks I'm at war with, the Geats are yellow, so they're neutral right now. The Marians don't like me, but I do plan to try and take them out, so I can actually have the entire African coastline under my control. We've got Roman separatists right here. It could be an idea for me to take them out, apart from the fact that the Romans are right there. Just interesting to see how the map's going. Anyway, I think that's everything for this turn, although I do have a bit of spare cash now, don't I? Is there anything I want to spend? I'm still a bit thinking, do I not have a treasury anywhere? That's the thing that's getting me, I guess. I'll tell you what, let's, no, it's, I mean, it's 12. We've got +9 public order right here. But we're actually on really happy terms. So I'll tell you what, let's swap this over to a banking house. And we can continue to do that. And let's get some workshops going as well. I can imagine workshops going quite well with the bank. Okay, let's do that. So yeah, I'm just wondering about... so going to what I was saying about the religious problems down in Ethiopia. Now I know with the factions that come with the Empire of Sands DLC, and oh, by the way, there's the new Rome 2 DLC has come out with the new factions for Africa. I'm really tempted to do something with them once I finished a campaign, but I'll have to wait and see. I'll think about it. Oh, crap, I forgot to deal with them. Okay, but yeah, going back to this. So with the Empire of Sands DLC, one of their faction, like the cultural things is the fact that religion is very important to them. Because of that, they take extra public order issues when it comes to religion to represent. If there's multiple religions in the province rather than yours being the main one. So when you do play as them, you get quite used to seeing quite high public order issues because of religion. Whereas with the other factions, you don't get that. So I'm just wondering, is it a bug maybe that because Axum and that are part of that DLC, and therefore they will suffer from the public order issues from multiple religions and so on. Is it a bug that because I've taken the regions that belong to those factions that I now have to deal with them? Or is it just happened to be a thing is intended that maybe is supposed to represent that those people in those regions are just naturally sort of passionate about their faith, and as people who have a belief system, like religion and that, what you often find with people like them, whether it's religion, whether it's things like political things like, in America when you've got like conservatives and Republicans, and liberals, or you've got things like feminism and things like that. When for many people have such a hot-headed belief like system like that, you find that they quite often see that everyone else is wrong while they're right, because that's how belief works. To an extent that what you believe must be right and everyone else is believing it wrong. So maybe because of that, the people that are supposed to be naturally hot-headed, I don't know, it'd be something for me to think. It's just something that sort of crossed my mind, but I do think it's a bug really, but I'll interpret it as that in my head. Anyway, Pontia's got an offer. She's 16 years old and has the possibility of being married to the the faction leader of Attila. I refuse to call him Emperor because I'm the Emperor. And he is, in fact, I believe he's a puppet state of mine? Yes. So I refuse to call him Emperor, but giving my daughter to a faction leader, I think is a pretty decent idea. You know what? I will do that. And I will actually be nice, and I'm going to offer them some money for it. Think of it as her dowry. So I'm actually going to go and I'm going to give them the rest of my treasury. I think that's a suitable dowry.
So it is done.
There we go. Who says I can't be nice and kind like that, eh? Okay, so we're now coming up to 23 minutes, so I've actually spent a lot of time doing that turn, just pottering around doing one thing or another. Telekinesis. We got consumption spread into Constantinople from there. Let's block the promotion. Okay, how are you doing actually? You guys are really badly damaged, and we need you to come over to Tyronium in order to get that Saxons dealt with. Okay. It's a shame it's not like a Warhammer where you can actually put them into fortified stance and allow them to actually replenish over time. Instead, we may... Okay, can we attack these? There's going to be a lot of mercenaries, to be fair, but it may be possible. Let me see what happens if I tell them to attack the Saxon army here. Balance bar is fairly balanced between us. We've got a few casualties. Nearly all my units are half strength compared to theirs. They outnumber us, but what do they have? They have Nordic spearmen. They have quite a lot of mercenaries in that. In fact, I think that this should be something we should be able to win if we fight it ourselves. So you know what? I'm going to fight this myself. I'm going to extend the episode slightly so we can take this into account, battle in, and we'll continue then, I think, in the next episode and then onwards. 4:30. Now that was something I remember from the previous episode, was that I had it in my head the whole time that we should be coming to the end of the chapter in 430 AD, but it isn't. It's 432, isn't it? So it's not winter, is it? No, it's autumn, isn't it? Autumn 432 AD is what we need to survive to. So I've got another 9 turns, roughly, I think, before we actually get to that stage. So hopefully we've still got an opportunity for a bit more conquest than that, but I still plan to do my epilogue at some point. We just need to get into a position where I feel comfortable that we've sort of reached peace, so to speak, and we can actually continue on from there. Plus it means I'm going to have to play a lot of the game by myself and record bits and pieces here and there, so I'd rather be able to try and do it as a proper let's play and enjoy it myself rather than just trying to rush through. Right, to battle. It's a dry day. I'm going to have them try and come towards us. I believe I should have the advantage because I've got the I believe I got the advantage because I've got the onager, so hopefully that will force them to come towards us as a result. My army could be better in terms of like the units that we actually have in that, but it's okay, we'll do fine. Alright, I'll tell you what, Numer Protectores, we're going to put you guys in the rear, we're going to have you as sort of just my reserve bit. We're going to put the spearmen on the flanks, infantry, swordsmen in the center. Legs up, wrong way. Oops, wrong ones as well. Whoops. Okay. Right. You guys spread along here. Right. You guys, I want spread. Come along here.
Warriors of Christ.
You guys got joined in as well. Okay, fine. You guys spread along here like that. Okay, but boys, we're going to put you guys in here so you can act as a reserve line of sorts. We'll put my general in here in the tree line. We'll put the javelin men in front. Hopefully, we're going to try and put them on a slight incline, just so they should hopefully be able to attack over the enemy rather than get my troops in the rear. We'll have to wait and see though until it actually gets closer. Okay, archers. Crossbowmen, we're going to put you guys there. You guys... we'll keep you further back. It won't take too long for them to get in front. We can always pull the archers back as a result. Glenabane, we're going to put you guys in here so you're blocked off by the trees. Equites Promoti, I'm going to put you guys in the tree line here and we can sneak them around. And Equites, onagers, sorry, we can put you guys right here. You can, no, not in front of the trees because we don't want them smashing into the trees and doing damage. Tell you what, you guys form up in the tree line here in front of the general, just in case. You never know. There we go. Alright. Okay, you guys can get into Testudo. Alright, so can you guys. And you guys can as well. We also got Steady, that's going to improve our missile block chance even more, as well as a bunch of other bonuses, so that should be cool. Enemy is heading towards us as expected because we've got the onager, the AI, and the AI hasn't got any artillery. It's in its code in that it will attack us, so even though we're the attackers, we can actually take a defensive stance, which does the Romans perfectly for this sort of situation. Right. Okay, you guys, let me see. Minus 25% speed and 100% missile block chance, but increases charge bonus, melee attack, and charge speed. We'll do that. They're still in the tree line, so they'll be fine. You guys can enter diamond formation and decreases speed and missile block chance, increases charge speed and missile shield defense. We may use that. Okay, you guys will make us use your ability straight away. Now I'm going to use heavy shot because I'm not sure what sort of troops that the enemy's got, so I'd rather use arrows that I know will actually hurt them rather than just attack them and see. Okay, you guys can shuffle a bit over so you don't run the risk of accidentally hitting them yourselves. That's something I never quite got. In Rome 2 they did it extremely well, but they didn't do it in Attila. So what you found, for those of you that haven't played this game yourselves, what you often find is that, for example, my javelin men here, in Rome 2, you can put them up right here and they will actually arc their javelins over the enemy, and likewise with bowmen. Whereas in Attila, they often try and go pretty straight on, so if you haven't got the angle right, you will actually end up shooting your troops in the back a lot of the time. Very annoying. I do honestly wish I did have large onagers, but we'll have to just try and let them do their shots for now. They're about to come into range. I'll fast forward it as much as I can do, but it's not going to do an awful lot thanks to how my computer works. Well, to be fair, it's going a little bit quickly. According to the timer, anyway. But there we go. I got my spearmen over here to defend the line. I'm just going to shuffle them over a little bit more, I think. Just so they can block off a tiny bit more. There's the advantage as well of Attila and that. They actually got rid of a lot of the things like in the previous Total Wars. It was always a good idea to make sure your ranks were nice and deep. If they were too stretched out, then it made it easy to break through when you're playing it. But with later games, they did basically make it so it's actually a good idea to snake it out, because then you can cover more ground and it doesn't have any penalties for doing so. Just a bit of a thing. Right. Okay, it starts. So I'm using Flaming Shot because it does more base damage, does more armor piercing, which is great. And let's see. Let's have you focus in on the unit of Saxon Spears. To be honest, let's focus on these elite Nordic warriors instead, although that was a nice bump right there in the middle. To be honest, my cavalry should be able to take out the enemy's troops pretty easily, but these guys look like they can do some trouble against me, so I'd rather be in a position to take out a few of them first. Excellent armor, poor armor piercing damage. That is something at least. It just took 10 casualties from fire just then. They are pretty decent though, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out for them. Okay, these guys are coming in. We'll bring them back now to this. Now, where did I put my equites? Okay. We want these guys to basically come after their units of Saxon lancers. Okay, my spearmen here can come out and we'll have them attack the Germanic runs of Warband. Because they're going to try and come in and charge now against my troops. Because we got the charge against their lancers, we'll have the advantage there, because their lancers, typically shock cav, are crap against when it comes to a straight fight. Their advantage comes in from basically charging in with a massive charge bonus, which lasts about 6 to 10 seconds if I remember right, and then to come back, circle back in and then keep cycle charging. Unfortunately, Attila hasn't really designed for that, because you take basically if you try moving your troops out of combat, and then the enemy they're facing basically gets 3 hits to attack them. Right. Well, have you guys coming in now to attack? Javelin men, you should be firing at the enemy, but apparently you're not. Okay, you guys take these out. You guys focus on these. Onagers, focus fire on this unit of Germanic hunters. Right. My own cavalry units should be over here. Let's bring you guys out, ready to charge in. Right. Spearmen, I'd ideally want you to try and take out this unit rather than these guys. So yeah, I'm going to take a couple of hits on there, but that's okay. You guys, I want you to come out, leave the battle now, and come after them. I want you to come after these hurlers. Right. Whatever you do, don't run away. Okay. Let's start dealing with these. You guys, I want to come after them. You guys, let's have you come after these. You've defeated them, fantastic. You guys can come over here now, and you guys can come over here and attack the enemy from the rear. Okay, you guys, let's see. You come out of form of Testudo. Alright, you guys can come and attack them. Okay, they've come and attacked my rear line, but that's fine. We'll have them come over here and kill them. General, you should be able to help out here. Okay, you guys come down here and take them out. So, troops... Okay, you guys come over here and charge into the lancers. Men are broken, are they? Okay, that was... Oh, that's because they're attacking the Onager crew. That's okay, that's fine. Tell you what, do this just to help out a bit as well. You guys can come over here and take out the general. Okay, you guys need to break these bowmen quickly, before you get... that's it, great. Now get out of there. Come after that unit of hurlers, in fact. There we go. Spearmen, you can go over after their general if you can catch up with them. Swordsmen, you can come to take these out. You guys can come over here to do these. Right. You guys come after them. You guys after these. Alright, swordsmen, come over here and take out those lancers. Alright, you're about to kill off their general. My general can come down now. And we'll cycle past...
The enemy general is dead!
Alright, I'll tell you what, you guys can come over here. You guys come over here. Everyone is starting to run away because they're only tier 1, maybe tier 2 at best. So, yeah, we took less casualties than I was expecting. Right, you guys can come after these hurlers, I think. You guys can come, actually, come out of...
The battle is turning in our favor!
Alright, the only thing that should be left, we've only got this one unit now of spearmen to deal with, and there are... What are these? Okay, they're tier 2, so they are pretty high morale. They won't be running away easily. We may have to kill a couple of them. In fact, it's quite surprising that my spearmen are actually better to face them than my swordsmen. Well, one of them, yeah. Apparently they're not the best units to be using against them. Right. Okay, you guys can come over to this side, you can come over to this side. Javelin up, there we go, they broke. There we go, victory is 9. Let's do this, it's a decisive victory. Hey, we only went 5 minutes over time. So we lost 345 men. But from the looks of it over here, we haven't lost enough to lose any units, which is the most important thing. We can always take attrition with them. You know, replenish them as time goes on. We've got over 200 kills by this unit of equities, 114 here, 120 there, just 20 here. Okay, we're going to take on the warriors to get the numbers back. And we should be able to chase after them now just to kill them off and get rid of the Saxons now, once and for all. But we can't, we have to wait a little bit longer. Okay. So I'm going to end the episode here now. So in the next episode we'll finish off the Saxons once we get to the next turn. Otherwise we'll continue building up our empire. We'll be prepared for any new enemies that may come our way, and we can continue with the conquest of Britannia. We've only got these 2 regions left to go. Oh, and we've got Sagotium as well. So I will be probably sending my legions off here. In fact, let's do that now while I remember to do it. These guys are going to be at full strength. You guys are at full strength. I'll tell you what. You guys can lead the assault. We are going to be taking attrition because of the snows. Unfortunately, because of the climate, we are going to be dealing with this. It might actually be better to me. Why do we have such a massive bonus from attacking at night compared to doing that? Interesting. I'll tell you what, we'll do this. We'll have you guys move up. Right. I'm hoping I can just get them within range enough that I can... let's see, let's move them here. Let me just get this sorted so we can have a look. Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't really do much for us actually having my troops fighting. Both armies taking part in the battle. I mean, they're about similar numbers on both sides. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll leave it as this. And if they want to come out to attack me, so they come out of the settlement, then that's going to just help me out. We will be taking attrition for this army here. Though, let me try something. Let's move out.
Waiting for orders.
I just wanted to see if there's any areas around here that doesn't count as being in areas of attrition. Just in case, for example, I could actually lay siege here and it won't actually count. You know what? Let's try something, in fact. We'll have you guys come... See, we've still got a little bit of movement with both armies, yes? Yes. I'm just wondering, if we move them here, and I ask this army then to... tell you what, let's do this. Let's have my Emperor's force come in here and hold them under siege. You guys come over here then and let's push this army away. Right. Let's kill them off. It's a very small army, but we'll just kill them off so they're not in the way. Plus, if I'm trying to deal with this things, like I said in previous episodes, when you're dealing with horde factions like this, it's always a good idea to basically try and kill off as much as you can, so you know that you're not going to have to worry about them changing into a horde and having a situation like we have with the Saxons. Right. So there we go. That looks like it will be a bit better.
We take this settlement!
So we'll have them doing this for now. And then we can see about thing. We are going to be dealing with rebellions at some point though, aren't we? Yes. Might be better to get that under control. Right. Okay. Anyway, guys and girls, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope you join me next time as we continue with the conquest of Britannia, dealing with the Franks once and for all. Be prepared for any new threats heading our way and continue to build the empire into glory. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you the next time. Goodbye for now.